Fucking perfect!
Ooh, that was a little high. Welcome back, everyone. This week we're at Wildman again. We've come here to do a little bit of practice, as you can see, a little bit rusty. Doing some log hop practices, trying to go approach the logs slowly and try and just accurately wheelie over them. But I'm kind of struggling actually. I'm still just over wheeling and not really hitting the front with my front tire. I'm sort of just popping a wheelie over the entire thing in one go. It's not the end of the world, but it's been good fun. Here's some views from different angles. Kind of hit it with the front, like slowed it down a lot. Just try and that one I just wheelied straight over. Oh well, never mind. Oh, there's Lucas. I'm also here with Chris and Stephen. So we also set up these logs here just to start practicing what it feels like to try and double something. We're not getting very much height, not very much speed, and we actually initially set it up against some of the other bigger logs, and then I looked at it and I was just like, I don't really want to wheelie into it or hit it and then just end up planting into the next log nose first and go flying over the handlebars. So we set up this little one here just to have a little whip over a few times just to see how it actually pans out. And you know, actually I was quite happy with how high I was getting it, although I almost flipped it on the first one you saw. But as we go around, like, you know, I'm just trying to slow down the approach so that I'm not just going in as fast as possible and then just popping a silly wheelie. I'm trying to like slow down, control it, get a nice controlled wheelie over it. So this is a really good place to practice. I really like how there's some small logs and then there's this middle-sized log, and then if you come the other way, I was really happy with that one. If you come the other way, it doesn't feel so aggressively steep, and then if you go from the sandy side rather than coming down from the hill, it's steeper. So it almost like naturally just helps you progress as you go over all of these logs. Oh my god, I can't believe I just fell over at the sand.
Yeah.
The other guy was chilling out with his son, just watching us for ages. We jumped all the big logs and then I fall over at the sand and he's just like, after all of that? So yeah, back to the double practice. It feels high, but it's not. Not every log hop was successful. What happened there? Don't even know what happened there.
Didn't even touch it.
Yeah, Lucas was happy to just hit it faster and nail over. That one looked pretty nice.
Very sweaty.
It was actually really hot today. Oh, that was a bit high. So another thing I wanted to practice was pivot turns, because I am really terrible with them. I can't seem to get the timing right, and in hindsight, I've been thinking, because I've got really short fingers, I mentioned this before, but I have my clutch bite point almost all the way out. I don't know why. I think it's just because, like, that's the way I've always had it on all my other bikes, but I actually don't know where it should be. This takes me a long time, because I'm really bad, so I sped it up. So I was just wondering, like, if anybody else is listening this far, I was just wondering, whereabouts is your bite point? Is it like, I would say mine's about 4/5 of the way out, maybe not quite that far, maybe 2/3, but because my little stubby fingers are they don't quite reach half the time, especially once I'm tired, I don't let the clutch out far enough, so I end up just doing a bounce, revving, don't let the clutch out far enough, and then the bike doesn't move. The bike is only bouncing because of my like physical push on the bike. So I don't know if anyone has like their clutch points further in. Yeah, like maybe that's something I should play with. Maybe I'll move the clutch bite point in a bit more, and then maybe that will help me engage the clutch when I'm really tired, because I really do have small hands. They're like small milk gloves. And yeah.
Oh, I done 1,000k.
Oh, and I also hit 1,000 kilometers on the bike. I'm at like 48 hours or something now.
Good.
It's been a good year. I've done a lot of riding. So anyway, after we exhausted ourselves doing pivot turns and all sorts of stuff, and Stephen had to go off and get some new brake fluid because he forgot to fill up his front brakes. I don't even understand. That could actually be why he I don't know what happened, but I don't know how. Anyway, he got some new brake fluid, so now his brakes work again. That's why I keep talking about brakes through this. So yeah, we head off into the single trail because we went and did log hops and pivot turns for absolutely ages. And right now I'm like, oh, my hand, so sore. Because I've obviously been playing with the clutch all morning. And then we just took a short lunch whilst we waited for Stephen to nip to the local garage. And yeah, then back out into the woods. And it's very, very sore. But this is, I don't think I've ever actually come over to this side of Wildman before. I always somehow just am in another part of the woods. I think usually we head out and then head down the other end and then work our way back through, but this side we started on the other end. So yeah, it was actually quite fun to just start here. So yeah, just having a really good time. Like this side is so good. It's like really nice and flowy, and it just like whip backs and forth, and there's like lots of little rocks and stuff to try and navigate through. Yeah, this is absolutely fantastic. And autumn is coming, and you can start seeing like some of the leaves are starting to change colour. Just rolled that. After all that wheelie practice, I don't bloody wheelie it, of course. Yeah, so autumn is coming. Sadly, it means end of the season is suddenly coming because obviously the trail's shut when the snow starts, and we don't want to destroy the terrain. That would be pretty shitty. But this is like, it is absolutely beautiful out there right now. Like the trees are starting to change colour. I reckon in 2 or 3 weeks the trees will be absolutely prime and the place will look incredible. Like it would just be a feast for the eyes. But unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, amazingly, I'm going to go to Vancouver for a couple of weeks to go see the sights because I've never been to Vancouver, so I'm quite excited about that. So I'm going to go with my girlfriend and we're going to go check out a part of Canada. Have another Canadication, Vancouvercation. I don't know. Jeez. Yeah, so we're going to go out and just check that out for a few weeks just to see what it's like. I'm not riding dirt bikes or anything there. We're just doing a normal holiday. I wouldn't subject her to that. I've heard it's quite intense out there as well. So yeah, my season's starting to wrap up sadly, but I've managed to almost hit 50 hours. Actually hit 50 hours this weekend. I'm editing this video quite late. So 50 hours, and yes, this has been a year of just amazing firsts, and I've learned so much about riding. I can't express how much I love riding this bike, and the people that I've met and the stuff that I've been learning and practicing all year. It's absolutely fantastic. What a lucky person I am, to put it in any other. I can't really think of any other ways to put it. Just lucky. Just lucky to have met so many people and get to ride, and yeah, fantastic. And look at these trails. Oh, it's just absolutely beautiful. So beautiful. The colours, just fantastic. So this is usually where we start. Gets a little bit swampy. This is more swampy than usual. It's usually quite dry, so we're just trying to take it a little bit slow and easy through here. One of the bikes starts suffering some issues. But we deal with that by getting a tow rope later.
Soft over here.
Yeah, it was a little soft, so we're just like, oh shit, I just don't want to be like just pinning it. I don't want to like cause the corduroy style carnage through here, so just taking it easier. It was actually, this 250 just has so much lugging power. As long as you just keep momentum like this, it just lugs and lugs and lugs and will just continue through. Just taking it quite easy because the ground is extremely soft and slippery, and there's just no need to go crazy through here. Look at the floor colour. It's so vibrant, so much yellow and green. Like the contrast is brilliant. Just slowly through. Don't spin the tire. Just keep moving nice and slowly. No problem.
You got tubeless. Just tractor it.
Yeah, I don't have tubeless. Lucas has tubeless. Maybe it's something I'll think about. Maybe that will Moose. I'm not really sure. I don't feel like I ride fast enough to really worry about Moose, but I don't know. So we went back in, and we wanted to see how the other guys were doing through this section, and well, one of the bikes eventually just gave up. So we got a little tow strap, and we're towing the 690 out using the 500. This was unusual. We haven't actually figured out what's wrong with that bike yet, but
oh, it's not so bad.
it works.
Surprise.
We're towing the 690. Do-do-be-do.
Oh, there's a rock. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do?
It's target fixation. Oh, that's so close. Almost hit the rock.
Oh,
I don't understand.
doing it.
Why?
Oh, why? Oh, he's off.
He could have just gone around the puddle.
Yeah, that is true.
Now he's just... Hey, whatever makes it more interesting coming back, I guess.
Got my feet up. Got my feet up. This is the safest way to ride. Get back.
Basically towed him back. So yeah, Wildman was a wild day out. Yeah, it was good fun. I think that'll do for this video.
Well,
See ya.
that was a shit